Madden Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Ravens and the reigning Super Bowl champs. All that and more coming up next.
This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we come to you from wintry Cleveland Browns Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Straight ahead, we punch the second of two tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cleveland Browns. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to...
For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked out officially at the 21. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
All in all, he was pretty solid in the victory in the wild card round and threw a couple of touchdowns. And when it comes to quarterback play, you'd always love spectacular, but in the playoffs, you'll take solid, and that's exactly what they're looking for from him again in this contest.
Looking for Cooper, that's complete. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Jackson from the shotgun. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
That's going to be a good matchup for him, using him out of the backfield and telling those linebackers, hey, you're not only going to have to try and run with him, but you're going to have to try and tackle him in the open field.
Now Jackson on first down. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. Now it's Jackson. And he'll go right back to Andrews. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Browns' 41-yard line.
Jackson, options out left. Now hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
You know I'm old school, so I always want to hammer in my backfield. But in short yardage situations, 3rd down pickups, I got to have him. And he picked it up for him right there.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Here's a give up the middle. And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown. A great play there. 35 yards. And the Ravens are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. That time, a 9-play drive, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So here are the Browns under head coach Kevin Stefanski. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. Because sometimes getting the rest is great.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Browns. A great effort there. 69 yards. And the Browns are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now here come the Ravens. And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? On the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for the first round for the playoffs. They're on the road again, and sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world, but just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
It becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
And while it may be overplayed, in the media, it's real when it comes time to play ball.
Jackson on first down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And we all know how talented this guy is. He's called the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 4 catches for him in the wild card win a week ago, and he's got his first here, and it's a first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill and they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
To me, that's a superior play by the backer because he was allowed to, I think, run free on it and make that play. His defensive linemen, they covered things down for him because offensive guys, the linemen, what they're trying to do, as you know, is block the guy at the point of attack and then climb to the next level and get the linebacker. When you're not allowed to climb, you got a free hitter, and that's what we saw there, and a really nice play resulted for them.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still second down.
Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on 2nd and goal. Jackson. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Throwing is Jackson. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Myles Garrett with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's out to Chubb, complete. And they get him done, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 50-yard line.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 2nd and 6 from the 10.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll look to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
This is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. From 10 yards out. And the Browns have moved out in front. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. McLaughlin for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. That time a 6-play drive. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. This taken in right around the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. second down, they'll run it here. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. The offense on third down has been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is third down and 12. Well, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's third and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
With the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They'll set up to throw. And that's going to be caught for the Browns touchdown. A great play there. With his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. CD, that's his second touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. And Andrews going to have a Ravens first down as he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. Colvin. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
And some room to maneuver. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And now hang on here. Looks like we have an injured player. Yeah, Mark Andrews is in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. It looked like almost some miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But if the assignment gets mixed up, that's the end result.
Now Jackson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. The tight end in motion right. Play action. It's Jackson. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Ravens have cut it back within a score. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number one.
It should be number one, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. And the Browns getting set to go. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after his short pickup, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
They set up the screen to Chubb. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Back to throw again. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Yeah, especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
So, Charles, this a defense that hasn't made a lot of mistakes like this on the road to this playoff matchup, but that a bad one there.
Yeah, you definitely want to rattle and shake up the other quarterback, but you know you've got to do it the right way. Otherwise, the clock's going to be on the ground.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. To throw again is Jackson. And that's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
He's thrown 1 interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does, and that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful.
And in for the Ravens touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. The Browns drive about to get started. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. An anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. They'll throw now on the final play. And brings it in off the deflection. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. This 4th and final matchup on this divisional round weekend. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. Meanwhile, in our game, we've got 1 half remaining to find out who goes on to the AFC title game. And to bring it all to you, let's send it back out to Brandon Godden. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This is a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now. Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Moore, the motion man. They go with Chubb on second down. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he is caught. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That gain on third down, good for 28.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Great defense there on 3rd and goal. They took away everything. Forced him to fire that one to the sideline where no one could get it.
Chase McLaughlin for the Browns field goal. A 24-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that will tie us at 24 all. So they come away from this opening drive in the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the 2nd half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the 2nd half. And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 25.
Now it's Jackson. He's got his man. And now a loose football. The ball comes out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And that, Charles, you have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the 3rd quarter, those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. And now it's up to their defense to try and bail them out. Got to take care of the rock.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Now it's 2nd and 10. They give to Chubb out of the gun. And he's going to be down close to a 1st down at the Ravens' 19-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And Kevin Stefanski going to take a chance going for it on 4th. They'll run for it. Chubb. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. complete. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you a little bit.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Browns take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6.
For as good as Nick Chubb is in the open field, he's every bit as good when they line him up down near the goal line. He's a speed back between the 20s, but a power back down close, and he forces his way into the end zone.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. This taken in at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Jonathan Allen able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now it's Jackson. He'll get this into the hands of Stevenson. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Jackson. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. It's taken to the 26. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The Cleveland offense ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat. Oh, Chubb fumbled it. And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Drops it off for Chubb. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This will be fielded at the 17. Called out a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now, what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. The throw over the middle, taken in. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. And motion left goes a tight end. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. He's got the connection to Cooper. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be second down. Up the middle they go. Colvin, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That's to his running back, complete. And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they find a way to convert there on 4th and 6.
8-yard pickup. First down, Baltimore.
Jackson now. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. This offense so far on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. Tucker's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3, but I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The Browns drive about to get started. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now, their friend, as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. Here's a 2nd and 7. Over the middle, it's complete. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Back to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. From the 41, this is second and a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Moore, the man in motion. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up fourth down. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Down 31-27, 2:07 remaining. They'll have one play, maybe two, before the 2-minute warning as they've got a first down. Here's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. To throw is Jackson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's first and 10 now. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This is first and 10.
And the Ravens first down.
Jackson to throw.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Playoff lives at stake. Boy, this is a big one. Third down. Here's Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 39. Jackson. That one into the hands of Flowers. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth. Wow. Wow. Charles, what a big drive late in the fourth quarter to take this lead.
And normally you're really excited if your offense has the ball late in the game. But I think this crew is really excited to have their defense go back out there because they haven't surrendered a point in the fourth quarter yet. They've helped make this comeback possible with their defensive play. Now they get a chance to finish this game off.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. And now the attention, it turns to the Browns. Trailing by a field goal. 40 seconds to go. Their sold-out crowd is behind them. They need at least a field goal to tie as they've got it first and 10. Pass complete to Chubb. They'll come up now, 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Left side, it's complete. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. He's back to throw. Gets this to Moore. And quickly another first down, but tackled inbounds. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll look to throw. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And now the timeout call. So 5 seconds left. And a field goal would send us to overtime.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this one is right through. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Well, what a game this has been, and now it'll take overtime to decide who goes on to the AFC title game. Washington now brings this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, CD, certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are different than the old way it was in the playoffs. Now, both teams guaranteed a possession, so a touchdown here, if they get one, the ball game will not be over.
Well, as we both know, many people called for this change before, and they finally got it. After the Buffalo-Kansas City Classic in the 2022 playoffs, Patrick Mahomes and KC, they scored first. Game over. Josh Allen and Bills never touched the football. People hated that. Now the game reaches OT. Every playoff team has a chance to fight to extend their season. So the plan has got to be, if you win the toss and you take the ball, reach the end zone and score, and put as much pressure on your opponent as possible to try and win a game in OT in the playoffs.
In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Well done by the defense. They did their job here in overtime.
Boy, did they ever, because now it's 4th and really long. So if you do decide to go for it, people think you might be a little bit on the nut side, don't they? But guess what? If I did decide to go for it, I'd call something deep. I'd throw a deep pass and hope that the defense didn't remember to just knock it down. If they intercept it, it's almost like a great punt and helps out your defense with field position.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. Now a first throw here in overtime. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Oh, the motion comes too late. And this is going to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still first down.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Jackson options out left. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Oh, the lineman on the other side has got it. But a costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security in an overtime so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
Doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, that it almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here, field goal or a touchdown now. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. And again, it's Chubb. And he's going to take this one down to the 25.
70 yards rushing for him now as he was just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. So we'll take a break with them and be right back. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This to book a trip to the AFC title game. And the kick is good. He puts it through, and they are moving on to the AFC championship game. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.